The chimpanzee is our closest living relative among all wild animals, and as a result, has been the subject of extensive study for a very long time. So by now, we know a whole lot about these incredible primates, yet there is still much more to discover. Today's video is an appreciation piece intended to explore a few amazing things about chimps and their biology. So grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy the mind-blowing biology of the chimpanzee. Chimp 101 chimpanzees are a species of great ape that are native to various parts of Africa. Taxonomists refer to them as pan-troglodytes. Chimps are one of two species in the pan genus, with the bonobo being the other. This genus, in turn, is under the Homininae subfamily and Hominidae family, alongside humans. Chimpanzees have been around for roughly 8 million years. The pan genus split off from the evolutionary line that led to humans during the late Miocene period. Today, we have 4 recognized chimp subspecies, and a potential 5th is still being debated. There is the central chimpanzee of Central Africa, the western chimpanzee from West Africa, the eastern chimp from East Africa, and the Nigeria-Cameroon chimp that lives in the forests bordering those two countries. The potential 5th subspecies is the southeastern chimp, but some scientists argue this is just the eastern chimpanzee. Like other non-human hominids, including gorillas and orangutans, chimps are knuckle walkers that favor 4-limbed locomotion. While they can walk on 2 feet, they spend most of their time on 4. Their feet have a thumb-like big toe, making them appear like hands. They work like hands too, and are just as nimble and dexterous. Their hands are then free to grasp branches, navigate the trees, and otherwise facilitate their arboreal lifestyle. Chimps spend half of their lives in trees, nesting and grooming, hunting and hooting, causing chaos, or just hanging around and bonding. All that calisthenics means these primates have insane upper body strength. They never skip arm, back, or shoulder days. Their grip and arm strength could rip a man's arms clean off his person as easily as they could snatch and carry your picnic basket up a 50-foot tree. Their legs get thorough workouts too. On the ground, chimpanzees walk for miles. Scouting and patrolling territory, foraging for food, or general monkey business is how many chimps spend their days. One of the most fascinating aspects of chimpanzees is their social hierarchy systems. For starters, no fissions and fusions of chimps are the same. Those two are the respective terms for groupings of chimpanzees. A fusion is like the grand tribe of a group holding a certain territory, while fissions are more intimate subgroups within the overall fusion. A fusion can have more than 100 chimps, while fissions can have as few as 3 or 4. Unlike most hierarchical animals, chimpanzees don't live according to a basic ladder ranking order. Instead, they have something resembling a class system. Multiple chimps can hold the same ranking, and if anything, it is the fissions that are in a rigid ladder rather than the individual chimps. So chimps of one class tend to stick closer, breed, and hang with individuals of similar ranking. There is deep politics in their societies, and power is always up for grabs. Other primates do have their squabbles, but their own societies are more rigid, and thus more settled and peaceful. Not chimps, though. Like humans, they thrive on drama, even though they'd have you believe they are sweet and innocent. They are not. The chimpanzee lives in a warrior society where strength and opportunity are currency. Agendas run rife, and minds that never forget nor forgive are always strategizing, plotting, and assessing the odds. They are complex creatures, if you prefer an understatement. Though sweet and cuddly with their friends and tribe mates, these apes are totally ruthless to rivals and outsiders. Bands of chimps often carry out raids on neighboring fusions, going as far as kidnapping and cannibalizing babies and jumping unsuspecting chimps traveling alone, bandit style. They bite, scratch, pull, and push. They stomp and even throw rocks, stab, swat with sticks, or even shake the branches rivals are hanging from to cause falls. If the opportunity arose, it's doubtless a chimp would push an opponent into an open viper pit. Their supreme intelligence facilitates supreme malice. This is a discomforting thought as humans, for we are forced to at our own malicious ways. Though chimps butcher, bludgeon, and maim, they have never, ever done anything half as bad as the worst human atrocities. In fact, not even the pretty bad human atrocities. Are chimpanzees' intelligence and 99% shared with humans' DNA factory installed with programs for insane, wanton violence, horror, and gore? We may never know the real answer, but it's thought all the same. All we can do, really, is be grateful that chimps don't have access to nuclear weapon codes. We'd be halfway through World War III by now if they did, if there was still a world to war over. Of course, chimpanzees' intelligence also allows for complex and intimate social bonds. Chimps spend a long time hanging out with their friends and family. The concept of best friends is a reality among them, and friendships can last a lifetime and beyond. Chimps can remember old friends, mentors, parents, and even enemies from photographs, and produce emotional responses that are eerily human. Things like favoritism, jealousy, and even saving a seat for a friend are common. They even do the classic human-style move of keeping one friend's secrets from another friend. Naturally, that means they are even better at keeping their own secrets from everyone else. Another amazing part of chimp brain power is their ability to empathize, even across species. They grieve for loved ones, celebrate when a friend successfully pulls out a stick crawling with termites, and even offer food to tribesmates returning home from long, tiresome patrols or raids. But perhaps the most curious part about their minds is their photographic memory. Chimps can remember other chimps that died decades before in pictures. They never forget places or people that evoke a wide range of emotions like joy or shame, and they always remember directions and locations of interest. They also ace all of the memory tests scientists can cook up, usually completing them better and faster than the scientists themselves ever could. It is believed that this photographic memory is an evolutionary tool used to navigate life in the chimp's large and wild domain. Without a smart device, a guide, and an ounce of outdoor navigational training, the average person would get lost very easily in the tropical jungles of Africa, some as large as entire US states. Chimps, on the other hand, don't get lost, and they navigate the avenues and alleys of the forest as easily as your Uber driver finds his way around town. That photographic mind is their Google Maps, fed by experience and guidance from their elders. This brings us back to our earlier point of different chimp groups operating differently. For example, some chimp groups are more peaceful and quiet, preferring to get their protein from scraping for termites. On the more extreme end, others are more rowdy, risk-prone and violent, opting for high-stakes monkey hunts in the rainforest canopy. Of course, both types are capable of either type of behavior, but there is solid evidence that tendencies vary. They have a complicated relationship with their native environment too. In some cases, they are prey. In many, the predator. They are often targeted by jungle cats, pythons, birds of prey, and humans. However, it's mostly juvenile chimps that fall victim to predators, as adults are formidable and can handle themselves. When on the hunt themselves, they prey on insects, birds, bird eggs, lizards, snakes, rodents, monkeys, antelope, and even chimpanzees on some horrific occasions. Some even eat people, targeting young children and snatching them before ripping them apart with their fearsome canines. They reportedly eat human infants the same way they eat monkeys' limbs first, then guts. Well, apart from eating our babies, how is the relationship between humans and chimps? If you guessed complicated, you deserve a prize. Humans are rightly fascinated with these incredible animals. We follow and document them in the wild, keep them in zoos and parks, and poach and hunt them for their glory, meat, and skin. We conduct all sorts of scientific experiments with and on them, allowing us to push the boundaries of knowledge and benefit both our own species. However, it's not all home sweet neighbors. Chimps are on the losing side of a habitat war, making dangerous clashes inevitable. Outside of protected land and national parks, the chimp's days in the true wild are numbered. And if the day when the chimp is no longer a truly wild animal does come, will its mind-blowing biology be impacted for better or for worse? Only time will tell. Conclusion. And with that, we've reached the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the big red subscribe-y thing down there. Give us a thumbs up too, because you'll always have one from us. Also, drop a comment below and let us know what you think about chimps, or even what animals we should cover next. Your feedback is much appreciated. With that out of the way, all that's left is to say thanks again and stay tuned to your favorite animal content channel. Bye for now.